Hello everyone, and welcome to a playthrough of Dragon Quest VIII. This is, of all time, probably one of my most favourite games ever. It's one of the first big games I ever played as a kid, and I thought it would be nice to share it. Also released vaguely, almost exactly 20 years ago, so sort of little anniversary thing. So let us prepare. By making a new character and enjoying the lovely cutscenes. Obviously the footage might not look great, but then that's not really my fault because this is a PS2 game. And there's the test one I did, which we'll overwrite because audio tests are not fun. So, let's begin. And I shall be quiet because there's a lot of cutscenes in this first portion, which means this video is mostly just going to be me sitting there watching cutscenes, but oh well. I must say, I really do like the sound design for this game. Obviously, I mean, you can tell now it's a bit dated, but at the time it was really good. Especially when I was a kid and I first played this, I thought it was incredible. I mean, of course, it is a JRPG, so it would be a long game, and quite a long series, I imagine. I don't know how long these will be. Probably quite a long time. I do know, however, they will be going up on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock. If I'm not mistaken, I believe the artist who did the art for this game, the character models and that, was the same artist who did the characters for Dragon Ball Z, I think. I'm no expert, and I've never watched the show, but I believe that's true. I mean, if it's not, then fair enough, and I'm wrong, but I believe it is. And of course, much later on in the game, much later on, there is my favourite song ever in this game's soundtrack, but we'll get to that eventually. Must have been called by Yangas.
It's gonna get dark if we hang about here much longer. Let's head into town. There's better places than this to spend an evening. Shake a leg, Gov.
And so shake the leg we shall. There's the mappings, which you'd imagine I'd remember, having spent probably about 600 hours, if not more, in this game. Oh, yeah, one more thing I do want to do is remember the buttons. First up is just sort this out. Yeah, there we go. Much better. Yes. Try and be quick because there's a lot of cutscenes and I want to get to the actual gameplay at some point.
I've probably said it before, but it beats me how you ended up working for an old codger like him. Not that I can talk, though, eh? Guess people say the same thing about me. Working for you.
Old codger? I do hope you're not referring to me. What would you know? A lowlife like you wouldn't recognize nobility if it came up and bit you on the ah! Enough dilly-dallying. Where's the princess? I can't see her anywhere.
Oh no. terrifying.
Uh-oh, here comes trouble, Gov.
I must say, Yangus is my favourite character. He's also voiced by a comedian called Ricky Grover, who is, well, I think is quite a funny comedian. I think he's very funny, but yeah. No, Yangus is definitely a great character, and also I love the interaction between Yangus and King Frode. Because it's just fucking stupid. There's a cutscene that happens later on, I think, that explains the story between the two of them, and it just gets me every time. It is
Well,
absolutely
they
hilarious.
certainly took us by surprise, but nothing we couldn't handle, eh?
Anyway,
Now,
I mean, certainly I think it
where's
is
the
something that we
princess?
couldn't handle very well.
Where's my
Sure.
Medea? My precious one and only daughter. Ah, there you are. Thank goodness you're safe, Medea.
Hey, hey, the horse princess is back. I say we make a move now, before it gets dark.
And as if by magic, it's now getting dark. And in classic sort of 2000 JRPG fashion, the cutscenes are all completely unskippable. So strap in. Although it's just the beginning of this game is very slow. I think this first episode is basically just going to be a lot of cutscenes, but then after that it should be a bit more interesting. But yeah, no, I'm very excited for this. They did a 3DS remake of this not too long ago. I mean, you could play as a couple of extra characters and things like that, and I liked it because they kept a lot of the original voice actors, I think, but one of the characters later on who joined your party, they changed her voice actress, I should say. And I don't really know why, but it's just a bit of a pain because you can't tell, obviously, when you're playing just one, but side by side, they're quite different. I mean, the new voice actress they got in it is very good, not that her performance was bad, but it's just, yeah, it's a shame that they had to keep everyone else but not her. Although I don't know why they didn't. It could have been that she refused to come back, I don't know. But yeah, I think I like about the 3DS is that the monster encounters when you're sort of walking around aren't random. You have to actually walk into the monsters, which leads to a lot more. I mean, you can run through areas quicker, which is nice, but then you don't level up as easy. You have to go out of your way to level up, which I don't like. For most of this game, as long as you kill every monster encounter you encounter, you pretty much don't need to grind for levels. I always find just before sort of midway boss fight I have to, but it's mainly just because there's a certain spell that you unlock at a later level that I want before the fight, because it makes it so much easier. Anyway, rambling on about things that won't happen for bloody ages.
Yes, yes, here we are. If my memory serves me correctly, this is the place. This is the town where Master Rylus lives.
Hold your horses, Grandad. I thought it was Dalmagus we was after.
I am not your granddad. And of course Dalmagus is our man. He's the one who turned Medea and I into such laughing stocks. But that dastardly magician can't hide from us forever. We must track him down and lift this confounded curse. Oh, just look at my poor Medea. And we'd only just settled on her engagement to the Prince of Argonia. Oh, that despicable Dalmagus. That's why it's imperative we locate Rylus. Will you go and find him?
I suppose I can.
That's the spirit. I knew I could rely on you. I'll be waiting here.
You weren't thinking of going without me, I hope. I'm the best there is when it comes to looking for people. It's my piece of resistance, as they say.
Yes, I know how to save my progress, thank you very much. And also in classic JRPG fashion, I'm going to go and raid every house I encounter, and still be the hero of the realm. Because that's how things work. And normally I wouldn't care too much, but in these early, in the early parts of the game, it helps to steal everything you can. So it might not be too fun to watch, but I'll show you it this first time. Maybe when we encounter later settlements and I do this again, I'll skip it. Or maybe I'll do like a cool montage where I cut together all the items I find. Because I must admit, I do like the pot smashing effect. Another thing that I think was ruined in 3DS Remake, I don't think you can carry the barrels around anymore. Oh, actually, that might have been one of the newer Dragon Quest games where you can do that. Yeah, you can carry the barrels around and just throw them at people and they don't care. But yeah, this first time I'll show you doing it properly, and then I might cut it into a cool little montage next time. I don't think there's anything in the back of the weapon shop. Well, there is, but nothing we can steal. I must say, I remember being a kid and getting one of the PS2 sort of demo discs where you could, you know, try a couple of games. They all had the demos on them. This was one of the games that was in there, and it just, yeah, it was so cool. You basically play through. I think the demo was you played through. Oh yes, the world. Can't forget those. You play through until you reach. Like you go through a little bit later on. It's quite good. But yeah, I remember I just used to keep playing that demo, just keep playing it, and then I went to a game shop with my dad, and we saw it on the shelf. I was like, oh yeah, I want to have a go on that. And the bloke behind the desk, he went, you know, you can have the game if you want, but it's very like wordy, lots of words, very much talking. Like, you know, there's lots to read. But you know, I still asked if I could have it, and I ended up playing it. And I will admit, yeah, especially being as like a 5-6-year-old, it is very wordy. But then I find you learn a lot of new words and, you know, stuff like that. So I'm stuck. So I don't think it was in any way a bad thing. I think if anything that's sort of ruined in modern games is there isn't so much reading to have to be done. I think it's a bit terrible. Yeah, this is most of the place done. I'm gonna go and do the. I don't want to do the church yet. Let's do that when it's night time. Let's go down and do the bottom part down here. I think there's anything behind this house. Oh no. Also, I do apologise if the button tapping sounds of the controller are coming through on the audio. If they are, I'll try and fix it for next time. But there's only so much I can do. I'm in quite an echoey room, as it's probably being picked up by the audio as well. And yeah, it's not great, but it's better than nothing. Oh, a bag. 3 gold coins, don't mind if I do. Remember once I did a playthrough of this years ago, and like in this game, there's skill trees. You can choose a skill to specialise in, like, you know, for the hero, you can specialise in swords, spears, boomerangs, unarmed, and then there's something else called courage, which gives you some certain spells and stuff. But I must say, it's just yeah, I drew out. I got like a page of a notebook and drew out everyone's sort of progression, like every weapon they can get, because you can't just buy every weapon. Some things you have to sort of make yourself and do that stuff. So I drew out like a line of progression, so I didn't end up accidentally using an item or selling it when I needed it later to make a new one. Talk to some people. Welcome to the Weary Wanderer, Fairbury's oldest inn. It's the only inn too, actually. I'm here to make your travels more comfortable and explain a few things. I need to see some travel notes already, but if you just out, it might be useful. Nope. I think she just tells you about, like, you can rest at an inn to restore your health. What the hell are you up to? It's precisely because we've heard such fine things about this Calderasher fellow that we came all the way here. But it's utter rubbish. Calderasher, more like Balderdasher. He's a useless layabout. If it's true that he was once great, it must have been a great many years ago. Fair enough. What have you got to say? I can't believe it. After all this time... Oh, excuse me. My troubles are no concern of yours. Don't mind me. Okay. I'm not going to talk to everyone. I'll talk to a lot of NPCs, but not talk to everyone. Because most of them, especially in this village, are just tutorial. Oh, yes. Yeah, she... Look, because I know what most of them say, and most of them, especially in this first one, are just tutorial NPC. In later ones, they'll have more interesting things to say, but they're just very tutorial-y for now. Is it night time yet? No, and it won't be, will it? We're not going to bother going in the church then. Let's go to the pub. Because actually, I'll see if I can show you quickly now. That burnt out old house that's down there. That's where Master Rylus used to live. And funnily enough, he doesn't live there anymore. So in the pub we go. Which also is one of my favourite soundtracks. I do like the pub music. But yeah, that woman who down by the gate was talking about a key, which is what we can get in the church. We can get the recipe for it, anyway. That's a bit of a hot topic. We better not talk about it anymore. I'm saying, it's a Japanese game, but it's got so many sort of English jokes. So I really do wonder how much effort the translation team really has to pull on these games. I don't know. Pick just one off to work, really. It hits the spot. So, what do you want with me then? Are you looking for someone? Get out of here, or you're boring me with that rubbish. This is a pub. You're supposed to relax. If you're too tense, have a drink. Or let it all out on the battlefield. At least you can put your tension to good use out there, you know. If you psych yourself up enough, your attacks and melee will get more powerful. So stay away for fighting, right, remember. Increase your tension by psyching up, decrease it by having a drink. Yeah, this is very tutorial-y stuff. Yeah, all about how Calderasher is a drunk and a washed-up fortune teller. I'm not doing all the voices. Maybe I will, but not right now. Oh, I love seeing new faces. You're not from around here, are you? That little creature in your pocket, a pet of yours? It's so adorable. What's its name? Hehehe. Munchie. A cute name for a cute little fellow. Well, Munchie, enjoy your stay. I do like the cute little mouse. No, that's the wrong button. Here we go, cutscene time.
Haven't you had enough, Mr. Calderasher, sir? I'm sorry, but I've got a business to run. This, haphazard fortune-telling of yours is costing me a fortune in free drinks.
What? My fortune-telling? Haphazard? Are you a complete fool? Let me tell you something for free. All fortune-telling is haphazard. What do you expect? Anyway, so what if I saw it? So what if I foretold the fire? If I tried to stop it, then what? It would only have led to another disaster. That's what.
I'm sorry, Mr. Calderasher, sir. I don't follow. If you're saying you knew about the fire, shouldn't you at least have warned Master Rylus?
Yes, poor Rylus. How many times I argued with the old man. I cannot believe he's gone.
Oh. Nice sandals, mate.
What? What is it?
You! Come, show your face to the great Calderasher. Yes, yes. Quick! There's a monster in town!
Oh,
Just come and see! The whole town's gone crazy!
No, I'm going over. Oh, you can get down the bar. 2 barrels there. I always forget about those two. This is going to play the cutscene now. But I'll have to come back here later. Oh no, it won't. Woohoo! Go sneak around the boat now. Yoink. It will probably be nothing useful, or just a few gold coins, but back it's early in the game, a few gold coins is all we need. Oh, 10 of that is quite a substantial amount. That's at least 1 medicinal herb, which is worth its weight in gold this early on. I believe it's, yeah, it's down and through, isn't it? It's not the song that's playing at the moment, anyway. Also, one of my favourite songs is this one. Got a lot of favourite songs, I think.
What the? This ain't good, Gov. Come on. Look lively.
he looked up. Oh, it's hideous.
Get out! Get out, monster! You're not welcome here!
I do feel a bit bad for old King Troy. He's not had the easiest time of it. What friendly people. If I lived in a world full of monsters and something that looked like a monster walked into the village, you'd be a bit scared, wouldn't you? Let's be fair.
Well, that was a fine reception. Don't they realize who I am? Judging a book by its cover, don't they know it's what's inside that counts?
Yeah, you can say that again.
So then, did you manage to find Master Rylus?
I did indeed.
What? He's dead? Oh, no, no, no!
I'm afraid so.
Well, I suppose there's no point crying over spilt milk. It's Dulmagus we're after. He's the one who cursed the princess and I, after all. He's the one who made us look so ridiculous. I had hoped Rylus might be able to help us locate him. But it seems we'll just have to track Dulmagus down by ourselves. With Rylus gone, we have nothing further to gain from staying here. Let's be on our way.
Wait! Please wait. I'm sorry to come running after you like this. It's just that
Valentina?
I wanted to ask you a favor.
Maybe? I don't remember.
Are you not afraid of me, young lady?
I dreamt about you. I dreamt that some people came to town with a strange creature. It was sort of halfway
Maybe he's just a
between
big
a
frog and
human
everyone's
and a
overreacting.
monster. And I dreamt that they could make wishes come true.
A strange creature? Are you referring to me?
I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude.
Not to worry. I've had worse things said to me today. You know, you remind me of my Medea. You're about the same age. Anyway, you say you had a dream about me. Most peculiar.
I'm sorry. I haven't even introduced myself.
Oh, come on, I
I'm
was right.
Valentina, daughter of the great fortune teller Caldarasha. If you could just come to my house, I'll explain everything there.
Oh, calm down there, love. We've
It's
just met.
by the well at the far end of town. I'll be waiting for you.
You can always tell the quest-giving NPCs in these
She
games,
rabbiting on
because they're the
about?
only ones that aren't dressed
Come
like
round
generic
my house, she
townsfolk.
says.
magnificent! She wasn't afraid to look at me at all, not one bit. Oh, she reminds me of my Medea. We must give this young girl a helping hand. Right then, my boy. Go and find the house by the well and see what it is she wants. Me? I'll wait here with the princess. We don't want to cause any more of a stir.
Back in we go. How are we looking for time? About 26 minutes-ish. Plenty of time then. I shall keep cracking on. Maybe I'll do like sort of 30-40 minutes episodes. I feel like people don't really like long form content anymore, but then I also think the bug of them. They enjoy things in longer stretches, you know? Not everything needs to be a 10-second clip on the internet. Now I'm going to go and raid the church, which seems like a terrible thing to do, but should be fine. Another medicinal herb. In here we have some plain clothes, I think. No, pot lid. Look at the pot lid from the barrel. Did they just change that in the DS remake, perhaps? And this chest will also be locked, I believe, yeah. What's in there? Yes, because it's night time, if you go onto the church roof now, out the church tower, you can find something over there in the distance that's going, we'll find later. But this, which is a note which I can grab. Thieves' key recipe, which allows us to open the chest below. However, we do not have the means to make the thieves' key yet. But that's not the end of the world. We can always come back later. Although it probably wouldn't go amiss to have something like that in the chest. Nah, yes, I will quickly save, just because that way... bingo, back to it then. Where to go? Yes, Valentina's house. Now I remember. Right at the back of town. Bloody hell, we've only gone 5 minutes. Let's raid her house too. Be a shame to waste it. I've got something that might wake her up. Hello, excuse me. Bang, 7 gold coins. Yes, also bookshelves in this game are readable, and I should read them. But normally they're just sort of lore books. Some of them you get recipes from, which is handy. But these ones would just be, yeah. It's all just tutorial-y stuff. Like most games, it is more dangerous at night than it is during the day.
You came. I'm so sorry. I must have drifted off. How rude of me. I wanted to ask you a favor about this crystal ball. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. Perhaps I should start from the beginning? Of course.
That would be handy.
Let me explain. My father, Caldarasha, was once a really famous fortune teller. Lost treasure, missing people. There was nothing the great Caldarasha couldn't help people with. But then one day, he lost his powers. All of a sudden, nothing he foretold turned out to be true anymore. It's probably because he stopped using a real crystal ball. This glass ball isn't...
Valentina, what is going on here? How
Dun, dun,
many
dun.
times have I told you not to touch my crystal ball? What? Aren't you that boy from the pub? What brings you here? Ah, never mind. I do not know what my daughter has asked you, but you can forget it. I do not need your help. I am fine as I am. I am going to bed. Valentina, say your farewells and show our young visitor to the door.
Look at those sandals. You can see the 3
Sorry about
pixels
my
that they
father.
are.
But whatever he says, he's the one who's really suffering since he lost his powers. That's why I wanted to ask you this favor. Can you find him a crystal ball? One that's big enough to bring back his powers?
I can sure try.
Really? You will? Oh, this is exactly how it all happened in my dream. So far, everything's come true. I also dreamt that there's a crystal ball hidden deep inside the cave, under the big waterfall to the south of town. I suppose
and easy,
only the daughter of the great Kaldarasha could know a thing like that.
Well, goodbye then, Valentina. So to rush out and report to King Trode. Now there is a small side quest in this first bit, where you can go on top of the waterfall and there is a house with a man in it. Bloody wrong gate. And if you go and do basically a small fetch quest for him, you get some useful items. But they're not really that useful. And it wasn't until a few years ago I actually knew about that, because I never bothered doing it. I normally just went straight into the cave and did the main quest, but I don't know. I think I'll go and do it just for completion's sake, not that I'm doing a 100% playthrough. Stop that. More just sort of a fun, casually playthrough.
I see. Magnificent! Such devotion to her father. I'm impressed. Just how a daughter should be. And if this Kaldarasha gets his powers back, there's nothing he can't find, am I right? Then we'll kill 2 birds with 1 stone. If everything goes according to plan, we'll find out where that hateful Dulmagus is. The time's getting on. Medea and I will stay outside. That's the last time we set foot in a barbaric town like this. But you should spend the night at the inn and rest well, so that you're ready to take on the world tomorrow. In the morning, we leave for the waterfall cave.
That we can. And by we, of course, he means us, because he's not going in the cave. I will try and have a safe trip. Well, it's been about half an hour, and I know nothing much interesting happened in this first episode, but in the brevity of trying to keep it reasonably short, I will end it here next to this big flame, which seems like a massive fire hazard because the ceiling's just there, but fair enough. Yeah, I will end it here, and of course, in the next video, there will be there'll be a bit more actual gameplay. But I think this gives you a good taste of how the game's story loop is. Next there'll be a lot more fighting and stuff. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all next time.